Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of Susan Lopresti Wellness, Mind, Body, and Soul, the podcast where we explore the highs, the lows, and everything in between when it comes to a woman's life, her health, and all aspects of navigating the midlife landscape. I'm your host, Susan Lopresti, and today I believe that you will find this episode invaluable to your health because I'm talking about thriving through transitions, stress management strategies for mature women. Now, I don't know about you, but for myself personally, when I was in my late 40s, I had so many different transitions going on at once. I was selling my house. I was getting divorced. I was looking for a place for me and my daughter to live. Plus, I was helping my ex to find a home that he was going to live in. So there was a lot of things going on, and I was under a tremendous amount of stress. Needless to say, I also had a career on top of all of that. So juggling all of that really took a toll on my health. I developed migraine headaches. I developed all kinds of gut issues. It was just a combination of a lot of things. I have food allergies, which were getting worse because of the stress that I was under. And at the time, I didn't even know that I had food allergies. And that's a topic for another day. But so managing stress for women is critical for the way that we're going to age. So that's what I want to discuss with you today, because stress affects all of us, and stress management, particularly tailored towards mature women. Sometimes I say midlife women, but I feel midlife is talking about a woman in her 40s and older, and mature is more of a woman who's in her late 40s, like 48, 49, bordering on 50. So mature women for me, I consider that from 50 and older. And there's just a lot of different aspects going on in our health and also in our lives as well, right? So as we navigate through life's various transitions, it's crucial that we equip ourselves with effective strategies to maintain our well-being and not allow every little thing that is going on to totally stress us out where we can't handle it. So let's begin by understanding stress. It's a natural response to life's demands on us. But when left unmanaged, it can have like a really detrimental effect on our physical and also our mental health. And there are unique challenges for mature women, especially. So as mature women, we face distinct challenges: career shifts, empty nesting, aging parents, and hormonal changes. So for me right now, I recently went through a career shift because I lost my corporate job of 27 years. And I was faced with, okay, what do I do now? I do have an aging parent that I spend more time than normal with and have to really navigate her life a lot better. I'm an empty nester. My daughter moved out and she lives on her own with her partner. And so there's a lot of changes going on. And that could be stressful. These particular things for me right now, I think the universe is nothing terribly stressful. I'm really enjoying this time of life, but I've learned to manage a lot of my stress through different techniques. So one of those techniques that I want to talk about today is self-care. And I want to tell you right now that self-care is not selfish. It's crucial. It's a crucial component of maintaining mental and also physical well-being. It includes practices like regular exercise, proper nutrition, and ample sleep. If not anything else, those are the three components more than anything, because regular exercise will help with emotional well-being. So will proper nutrition, and so will ample sleep. So we want to make sure that we're emotionally well, and those three components will definitely get you there emotionally as well as physically. So I want to start by talking about mindfulness and meditation. Obviously, I am a big believer in both because I am a meditation practitioner. I have been meditating since I was first introduced to yoga when I was 20 years old. And let's just leave it at that's a long time ago. Okay, so I fell in love with yoga. I fell in love with meditation, mindfulness, and these techniques are what help to ground us in the present moment, reducing anxiety and also enhancing our ability to cope with stress. Prioritizing emotional well-being is really essential to acknowledge and express our emotions, whether through journaling or talking to a friend or seeking professional help. Taking care of our emotional health is really paramount. We also want to be sure that we're building a strong support system. Cultivating a network of supportive relationships can provide invaluable emotional support. These connections can help us navigate life challenges with grace and resilience. And honestly, there is nothing like social connection and camaraderie and being with a group of like-minded people. That can make all the difference in the world. How you face different challenges that come up, how you handle them, your reaction to them, and how you could get through a lot of them with ease when you have the right mindset for that. So that also is a topic for another day, but I just want to give you an understanding to that. I also want to talk to you about time management and setting boundaries. Now, I'll go back to an experience for me. Since I no longer have a corporate job where I go into the office every day and I work 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, and I'm out of the house sometimes 14 hours a day. Now I work from home, and that gives me a lot of flexibility, especially that I'm working for myself and I'm my own boss. It's a beautiful thing. And it gives me flexibility to be able to help those that I love, especially when I was working, I wasn't able to give too much of my time to them. So now I feel an enormous sense of relief and gratitude, and I want to provide them with more help. So for example, my daughter had furniture deliveries going to her house and she has a job. So I was able to go there and spend the day and wait for her furniture deliveries, which is a beautiful thing. We're redoing my mom's bathroom. I was able to take her to could I say Home Depot? Okay, Home Depot. And we bought all of the supplies that we needed to renovate her bathroom. And I have the time to do that. But with that in mind, you also need to provide for yourself. So you need to create some time management, and you need to set boundaries around the time that you will allocate for other people and the time that you allocate for yourself. And that's your priority. That's part of self-care. So learning to manage our time effectively and setting healthy boundaries allows us to allocate time for self-care and the activities that bring us joy and fulfillment, and whatever that means for you. And if you don't know what brings you joy and fulfillment at this stage of your life, you need to start finding your purpose and your meaning for life. And the way that you do that is by engaging in activities that give us a sense of purpose and meaning that can significantly reduce stress. And this could involve volunteering, pursuing some kind of hobby that, especially something like, I know for me, I remember when I was working, there were so many things that I wanted to do that I didn't have time to do. And I would always say, oh, when I retire or when I stop working, I'm going to do that. I want to do, there's so many things. And that's how I keep myself busy every single day, working with like-minded people, helping women to achieve their health goals, and also working to maintain my own health goals as well. And so engaging in activities that give us a sense of purpose and meaning can really significantly reduce stress. And this could involve, like I said, volunteering, pursuing a hobby, or exploring any new interest that comes up that you're interested in trying. And then I want to also talk about healthy coping mechanisms. So we want to avoid unhealthy coping mechanisms to our stress that everyone is going to have in their life. It's how we deal with it, right? So we want to avoid excessive drinking. A lot of people who have problems, they go to the bar and they drown themselves in their drink, in their sorrows. But the next day, when they wake up feeling like crap because they were drinking all night, their problems are still there. They're not solved. So that's an unhealthy coping mechanism. So is overeating. A lot of people who are stressed out will react to that stress by eating. And maybe it's a sense of like stuffing down your feelings. I'm not well versed in eating disorders, so I really don't want to get into overeating or anorexia, but those are ways a lot of times of coping with stress. So you really need to be mindful of how you handle stress and then find better coping mechanisms. So instead of focusing on those type of activities, let's try to focus on some deep breathing exercises when we feel stressed. Settling ourselves for a moment, just settling, close your eyes, feel your body, notice your breath. Stop paying attention. Breathe in through your nose, hold it out through your mouth. There's so many other types of breathing techniques, but just to center yourself. Sometimes when I'm driving, someone will cut me off or run around me. I'm not like speed racer on the road, and that will jar me. And that's what I'll do just to relax, Susan. It's okay. Other creative outlets, whatever that is for you. Creativity is wonderful. It's a gift. And some people say, oh, I'm not creative at all. It doesn't matter if you're actually good at something, but just allowing yourself to create something, to use your ideas, pick your colors, whatever it is, make it fun. It's just a fun thing to do. Arts and crafts or paint by number. If you're not good at really being an artist, do a paint by number. I love to do cross stitch and embroidery. That always relaxes me. I always love doing it. Or just spending time in nature. Being in nature is so healing. It just opens you up to receive nothing but good energy. Nature it's a wonderful environment. If you don't get into nature often, I highly recommend it, especially if you want optimal wellness. Give it a try. And then embracing change, right? As we're getting older, there's a lot of change that goes on. It's a natural part of life, and we need to learn to develop resilience so that it could help us to adapt and thrive even in the face of challenging circumstances. Like for me, I said, I got divorced. I made the best out of it. I tried to make it as pleasant and as amicable and as peaceful as possible for us as a little family unit. And the way it ended up, it just felt right for everyone. It just worked out. And today, we still have a little peaceful, it's a different type of family, a different dynamic, but we still maintain that type of a relationship. So we need to learn how to adapt because life is all about change. And regardless if you see it as bad or good, there's usually a reason why something is happening. And I always try to look at it like, well, I'm losing this to gain something better. And that's what it felt like with my corporate job. After the initial shock, I thought about it and I said, well, I'm losing that, but I'm opening up with that out of my life. Now I have room to receive something new, right? So that's what that was all about. And if none of this works, my suggestion is to seek professional help. There's no shame at all in seeking professional help when needed. Therapists, counselors, support groups. These offer valuable resources for managing stress and also emotional well-being. So, in conclusion, by prioritizing self-care, cultivating strong relationships, adopting healthy coping strategies, we can navigate life's transitions with grace and resilience. Remember, you have the power to not only survive, but thrive. Thank you so much for listening today. If you think that this episode would be of value to anyone that you know or love, please share it out with them. I want to get my message out to as many people as possible. Also, please go and interact with me. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Leave your comments, leave your questions, leave your thoughts. If you would like to schedule a free 30-minute health assessment with me, you can go to my website, www.susanlopresti.com. From there, you can schedule a free 30-minute health assessment with me. We will get on the phone. We will talk for about 30 minutes. And I don't cut you off in 30 minutes. This is not a sales call. This is a free health assessment to you. You're under no obligation to continue any further. I would love to hear from you. Again, thank you so much for listening. Until the next time, be well, stay happy, and bye for now.